back, man. AGB TV is back. Sorry y'all been missing us for a little bit, but we gonna come back, and we came back stronger than ever. We starting with this first episode with somebody that we tapped in with. He's doing something big over here, Rumble on the East Coast. Shout out to June with the name Rumble. He must have got permission for that right there, because I'm assuming it's everywhere. What you got for us, Matt?
Hey, first of all, I want to just thank everybody for subscribing, and you've been rocking with us on YouTube for a long time, for a lot of years now. We appreciate you. We are back. We're going to make some more content, put some things out, catch you up on the dog world community, what we're doing, and definitely in the stew. All right, so thanks for checking it out, and thanks, Heck, for being here. All right, Massic Bullies, throwing that big show, Rumble in the East Coast, on the East Coast, May 31st. If you're not at the Mass Mutual Center in Springfield, Massachusetts, you're going to miss something big. All right, so make sure you're showing out there. And we just want to introduce our guest today. Heck, tell us about yourself.
What's going on, brother? Hector Rosario from Springfield, Massachusetts. Just out here, Massic Bullies. I started like 6 years ago. And, it's been ups and downs, but it's up and up now,
Oh, they don't know about them downs, Heck. But, man, let's just jump right into it, man. What made y'all say, let's throw a show?
Well, I was 2020, before the pandemic. I was doing these breedings, and it was a show in Ohio. I took my two brothers to Ohio with me. And the first show ever, Ohio Bully Showcase. Shout out to Rebecca and Andre. And when we came back, it was like, yo, ain't nobody ever done shows out here, so let's get it rocking. And I took it from there.
So this isn't your first show then?
No, this is my fourth.
Fourth show, okay. Tell us about the ones that before.
First, I started with Invasion. My brother had a lot. So I wanted to do everything legit, paperwork, everything legit. So I went to the city hall to get a spot. They said, the best bet is to have an owner rent you or lease you the spot, so that way you won't have to sign up 20,000 permits. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
You go to the owner, go to police station, you get the loudspeaker permit, and you start that off. So I started with that. I contact a few of my people that was doing trophies, got the trophies together, and that was the first one, Invasion, in 2022. Then after that, I did Invasion 2 in the same spot. And once we locked up with that one, it was like 600 people, bro. It was like crazy, something out of a dream, you know what I mean? Once I seen that together, I'm like, yo, we gotta go big. So, went to the Mass Mutual. Automatically, they denied us because, seen a Puerto Rican or black dude, walking in there like, what, dogs in here? Mm-hmm. Ain't no dogs in here. So I used to do basketball tournaments, stop the violence for my brother, rest in peace. He got killed. We used to play basketball all day, every day. So I used to do basketball tournaments in Springfield, all over Springfield. So they know me through the books, Park and Rec, the Major, even the ambulances, because you got to get the permits for all that. Right. Yeah. You got to go to the EMT, get the permit. You got to go police station, get the
permits. Yeah, you do.
So, they knew me. So I just went to Major Sarno. Shout out to Major Sarno for giving me the green light. Thank you so much. Went to him. He got me over there, and I just started the first one. It was East Coast Bully Expo.
Right, that's the one I went to. For sure. Once I seen Mass Mutual Center, I was like, yo, gotta go.
Mm-hmm. And then, it was a good experience. So I'm like, now, since we walked out that same day, Rumble in the East Coast Bully Expo. Once after we finished that, I'm like, yo, we got to get John Williams. We got to get Justin. And we just doing this, you know what I mean? So it was in my mind. And then Massic Bullies, since he came from Dominican Republic, he used to live right next door to where my uncle lived at. Like 15, 20 years ago. So we like family. We call each other cousins. Okay. You know what I mean? They used to have parties. We used to go over there. We used to have our parties. They used to come over. Mm-hmm. So it's like a family since we was kids. He was like, yo, what's up? Let's do this.
So I was just about to ask you that. Mob Ties, he didn't throw the invasions with you?
No, I just did that by myself, But then, once I did the third one, me and my lady realized, like, yo, if we got somebody to partner up with us.
It's a lot of work, huh?
It's a wrap. A lot of work. So
People don't be realizing how much work go into throwing these shows.
yeah, they don't know, man. It's a lot. You gotta talk to a lot of people. You gotta get a lot of people's, like the confidence. Like you gotta get to know them. They gotta get to know you, because a lot of people like, I don't know you. Nah, I don't. You know.
Yeah.
But I keep going. You know what I mean? I've been a survivor of the struggle. So this door closed. Let's go to the next.
You know what's interesting about this show though? You calling it the Rumble. Like what made you come up with calling it the Rumble? And did you have a conversation with June about calling it the Rumble?
Yes. That's the first thing.
How did that go?
That's the first thing. I'm like, so me and Edo Capone, we sit down, and we was just looking for names. And I'm like, brother, they calling him Mr. Rumble in the Jungle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I didn't speak to him directly at first. It was Edo that he got him locked in. I need half of the money so we can lock it in. I put the other half, so I send the money. He got through to him. He spoke to him, sent me all the log, the pictures, everything, the conversations. Then we sat down and we was coming up with stupid, dumb names, And then I'm like, nah, I already got East Coast on lock. So let's just rumble on the East Coast. Call him up and ask him if we could do rumble on the East Coast. And right away, 2 seconds, he called me right back. Yo, you good? You got it. 2 months later, rumbling something in Tennessee. And then the third one.
So hold on. So you got the okay, but then somebody else. Somebody else.
I was the first one.
Said they gonna call they joint the Rumble too.
I was the first one that John Williams even confirmed it. He said, "Yo, that's the first time I ever. You know what? Do it." And then now there's 3 shows coming with Rumble.
So June sort of trying to franchise the Rumble in a way. You're gonna have the Rumble everywhere. Rumble in Texas, Rumble in Tennessee, Rumble in
crazy.
East.
Because it was before his dog show. Okay. After he did the dog show in February, that's when everybody's like, he's the best worldwide. I sent his money on November, brother. We didn't know that the Rumble 6 was gonna be the record breaker, the Guinness record breaker on the dog shows in the world. We didn't know that.
Yeah.
We already had it in mind, though. We already had everything. If you come back, you see the first flyer. I did the first flyer in December. I threw it in December with the name.
Word.
From here now, there's 3 other dog shows with Rumble on it through me. And 2 of them people call me. Like, yo, do you mind if I put Rumble? And I'm like, brother, listen, we break bread. We seen each other. It's cool, man. We got to be united. You know what I mean? Yeah. In the unity is the power. So, yeah, brother. Even Kev Green was like, yo, heck, man. And my first dog show that I did, East Coast Bully Expo was a sanction show with BRC.
With BRC, yeah.
So, so we've been cool.
I went to one of your shows, man. Something happened to my car. I forgot what happened to one of my cars when I came out there. But I wound up having to get home a different way. Had to have AAA tow me. But it was dope. It was a dope experience. I think having that type of thing come to the East Coast is important because the East Coast travels a lot, guys. Like we literally go outside. If you think about it, if you think about the shows you've been to and the shows you've gone to, you've seen a lot of East Coast people. I went to Ohio
3 times. 3 times to Ohio. That's 13-hour trip.
I mean, everybody know Chino.
Yeah, I know Chino. Yeah.
State to state.
People in New York.
Yeah, I've been dying to get you. Chino, man. Come down to my shows, brother. It's a pleasure for me to have you on my show.
But the connection's coming to your show, right? Then you get
I don't know, but I know Breeders Department is coming through Ado locked in with them, so we got a booth for them.
I thought T-Bone was coming out.
OJ is the MC.
OJ, that's part of the connection. I'm gonna be there. I'm part of the connection.
Okay, so I'm trying to be part of the connection.
So, let's get it, man. Stay connected.
That's it.
No, it sounds like it's gonna be a dope show. I think the Rumble, just the name is like a status. It's like a tier type idea, right?
Levels.
So yeah, exactly. So if you can say that, this is what you're looking forward to. This is what you're gonna get out of it by making your investment and coming out. What do you got for everybody? What can the people that show up expect here at the Rumble on the East Coast?
Well, they're gonna expect the biggest classes in a show that ever been to the East Coast. Period. We got over 80 classes. We got 10 classes for ladies. So the ladies is gonna be bringing pink hardware for their crib for them, because like me, I'm a big believer in my girl. You know what I'm saying? The help before I got with her, I was doing everything by myself, cleaning 2-3 times a day, no life. I had to cut cutting hair because of the dog. So once she came to my life and I noticed the help that she gives me, it's like, man, you guys do more than us when it comes to the, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna dedicate this one. I'm gonna dedicate 10 classes for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Because
shout out
they
to
ones-
the women dog breeders and the
Suck.
wives putting in that pain and putting up with us. That's putting in that pain.
yeah, because they a lot of people don't know.
Real talk, they
But-
don't know.
And a lot of people be shy about it. Like, you ain't gotta be shy, brother. Wifey don't like that shit right there. Got to go pick it up.
What?
You know what I mean? Don't go through it twice. If you seen that, pick it up. You know?
Keep you on point, right? Yes, sir.
Yo, switching gears up, man. I want to talk a little bit about this IG stuff, this IG live, this Facebook drama. This, man, we seeing fat boys stack off on live. We seeing fights. We seeing Photoshop videos. Man, it's crazy. The digital world crazy right now.
It's crazy. All I gotta say is, man, by experience, hit up photographers that are known in the game. Like, perfectly, like, I prefer Nano Reyes. Shout out to Nano. This guy is a dog's person. Like, you know, and he guides you through it and shows you all the tricks and all what people's doing. Like, look, if I do this by one button, the dog looks 20 pounds heavier, you know?
Yo,
But
what button is that?
people do that, you know? And, you know, just go straight to people that are known and that got dogs, you know what I'm saying? Not just anybody.
Yeah, y'all seen? I was at a dog show, the Crown Dog Show. What was it called? Yeah, it was the Crown Dog Show that they had on Cali.
WBR show.
Yeah,
Oh,
in Cali.
WBR, yeah.
And I seen a dog there named Prophet,
Okay.
and I seen the dog in person, put hands on the dog, and then I seen the video he posted, and I swear it was like a whole different dog.
For real?
Yeah, yo, it's like, I don't know. China must have came out with a new app. Because bro, I've never seen nothing like this in my life. Real shit. Like, you at the show and you make your dog look like a whole nother dog. So I don't know what's going on with the social media world right now, but I don't know if it's getting out of control or if we need it to keep going that way so we can grow, the dog community can grow.
I don't think so. I don't think so because, like, to me personally, when I first started in the game, like, I like the haze. Miyagi's son.
Yeah.
Haze. And I tried to get to Louis and Yvonne for like 2-3 years. And then I had my first litter. So I contacted Ryan Gillum. He was the one that had Babe Jr.
Yeah.
I had my Babe Jr. kids. And then I wanted that Babe blood straight direct from, you know, I wanted the haze.
From Connecticut.
Straight from Connecticut. I wanted haze.
Connecticut, yeah. East Coast, guys.
But Hayes, they already retired him. So I'm like, yo, but can you put me to him? And thank you. Shout out to Ryan Gillum. Love, brother. He called Lewis right there on Treeway, like, yo, it's my boy Hector. He did business with me. He's good money. Just one thing. He wanna go see your dogs. You know what I mean? Like, he came down to me, so, you know, he wanna see your dogs.
Yeah.
And Lewis was like, hey, more than welcome. Come to my house. And the first time I went there, brother, it was just something from, like, a dream, bro. Yo, bro, how you got this? Bro, off of dogs.
Different.
Off of dogs, bro. I'm like, bro, I don't want to do nothing else but cut hair and do dogs.
And breed dogs.
That was life changing, huh?
And then, you know, I hit the wall 100 miles an hour. Once, you know, you thinking you're going to do a breeding and you're going to get $10,000 a dog. Boom.
Yo.
Reality came.
Reality, yeah.
Oh, man. Yo, that's real talk because a lot of people see things happen in a dog game and it don't go that way. That leads me to something. What makes you think? What's the difference between somebody breeding, like somebody that's actually a breeder in this dog game? Because me, Matt, and we be on Clubhouse a lot and we be having these conversations. This comes up a lot. Like, what makes you a breeder? I guess is the question. What do you think makes someone a breeder? What's your definition of a breeder?
Like, my definition to me as a breeder is just staying consistent, keep your vision, do what you want to do, and stay away from negative people.
I like
You
that.
know,
Okay.
stay away from negative people. That's the first thing. When you got one negative people, you ain't a breeder no more, because that negativity is gonna push it off, and push it off, and push it off. So thank God I have my brothers, Jairo and Wachi. I had them, and they been with me from day one. Me with them too, and they business persons.
Yeah.
So I always been the type of person that I like to get money, but I don't like to step on my brother's toes. So I always find a way to make money, and for my boy to
eat with
Me
you.
too, yeah.
and then my boy, and then
Everybody eat.
So we passed it off, and then it was a wrap. At the beginning, I was a street guy when I was younger. So once I got with them, my vision, I explained it to them, and they just followed right after. Like, yo, do this, do that. Yo, these guys talking smack about you. Yo,
Right, leave it alone.
So do you think the negativity makes people lead more into the entertainment side of it? Is that why? Like,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
It's taken away from what you really trying to do with the dogs.
yeah, it do.
You know.
Have 70% to do with it. So you got to stay focused on your lane. Don't compete. Do what you got to do. At the beginning, at first, I started taking it as a hobby because I used to cut hair.
Yeah.
Then I see myself with 10 dogs. Like, bro, like,
Quick too.
you know what I mean? Quick. 2 years. 10 dogs.
Yo, if you like dogs, don't go to a dog show. It's over for you.
You know what I mean? And then like everybody, we got good people, we got good-hearted people, we got the greedy people, we got our greedy friends, and you know what I mean? So you just stay focused, pick one or two. You don't need 20 people to be with you. You have 20 people, the train's gonna crash faster. You got one or two people, you can come out, help them out, and get back up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I agree with that small circle idea. You know what I'm saying? You just get the real ones to stay close to you, and pick and choose what you deal with, and pick and choose the energies that you feed into, because there's a lot of negativity out there, especially if you talk about the internet world and whatnot, right? But you asking what's a breeder? I think a breeder is going to be that person that's doing dogs, taking care of dogs, and then is choosing what they involve themselves into, and then producing.
Yeah, you got to
Sure.
produce. Yeah, if you don't produce, you can't call yourself a breeder. You got to produce.
100%.
Not just one litter. One litter don't make you a
So
breeder.
I guess I'll play devil's advocate before we switch gears, because producing, I'm gonna do a Matt this to me, like, produce. When you say produce, we could produce. I could breed two dogs together and produce. This shit can have a high rear, sway
It
back,
don't matter. That make
easty,
you a
westy.
breeder. Because you're producing.
Oh man.
You're producing. Now, I'm not going to say that you're the best producer. That doesn't make you the best. But you're producing. You know what I mean? Then when you get to guys like I did, and like you did.
I'll be like, that's not it, Hank.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to switch it up.
Yeah.
Because you
100%.
got the haters that is going to hate and just going to stump you down. But you got good people with good heart that's going to tell you the truth.
And yeah, I mean, some people got to be able to take that too.
Yeah.
Some people don't take stuff. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was a hater. I was a hater on Hallmark. I hated on Hallmark. I thought he was trash when I seen him in the pictures
I'm
and
his
stuff.
kennel partner. I told him, no, that dog is.
And then I got to see him at the same show. I
said,
seen
wait.
You know the
Prophet.
person?
Yeah, at the
Yeah,
same
we
show
saw
I
him in
seen
person.
Prophet. I got to see Hallmark at that show. And,
what I do,
honestly, I'd breed to him, bro. If he wasn't $7,000, bro, I'd breed to him.
I told Leo, yo,
I want to breed to the dog.
come over here. They had the
I
dog.
like him.
They had the dog under the table with the blanket on.
Oh,
I
yeah,
told- I
you
told
did.
her,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said,
yeah.
Yo, Leo, you come over here.
I
Let me
like
change your mind real quick.
Word.
I like
Let me
that.
change your mind.
He was
I
better than
told Lil, I
Focus.
said, yo.
He was better than Focus to me at the show. Much better.
Hallmark
Yep.
is crazy.
Much better than Focus to me.
So,
I
but you
think
know,
Hallmark is.
as a breeder, you look and see what it comes from, right? So you know he can't go to everything, but he's definitely
He to me
what
he's
he is,
a micro bully.
He's crazy.
He's a micro bully.
It's a micro. He's not a nano.
I mean, he's just not an exotic. So I'm just saying a micro bully to clarify that. He's
Well,
not
what
an
I think the
exotic.
term they're trying to say is mini bull, right?
So
Mini bull. Oh
he's-
yeah, mini bull. That's if they
So
want to
he's
call it
more
that.
like
Mini
a-
bull.
He's
clean,
more
though.
like an American mini.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he's not
he's
like,
like-
Micro
he's
mini
good. He's
American.
good. He's good for people who if you out there still breeding your dogs to bulldogs, you're gonna have to breed it to. You're gonna have to breed those puppies to something like Hallmark.
You take your,
If you still out there
you
doing
take
that.
your, and I might be crazy for this. I don't know. And correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But listen, if you take your craziest pocket and just
Oh yeah, that's what he looked.
compact it all the way down from the head, the neck. He got the jaw, like the jaws, you know, the neck, shoulder. Like he don't have the exotic front
Yeah,
that
nah.
we put in, you know, in our exotic dogs. But I'm talking about the dog is this big.
Somebody say he
And
was
he's
long,
just-
Matt. You think he long?
No, I don't think.
Nah, he not long.
I think just a compact,
Compact, yep.
like a pocket. The best type of pockets. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, because
So-
everything I started from a pocket.
Then you know that. And if you go to we've gone to all these shows for years, and you know, you go to the ABKC ring, and you're impressed. If you like dogs, you're impressed by a good dog, regardless of the
Yes,
style
period.
that you breed. Right? I can see that. I can see a great EB. I can see a great pocket. I can see a great standard. I can see a great XL. If you know dogs, right, you're gonna understand what's good and what's not. So you go to the AKC ring, pick the best pocket bully, right, and take some of those traits out, and then put in this thing half its size. That's
You gonna pull something out.
Heck, now that you've been to these shows, and this for you too, Matt, because this would be a good question for both of y'all to actually answer. Now that y'all have been to these shows, mad shows, because you said you've been to a few in Ohio.
Oh yeah.
How important do you think it is for people to actually get out to these shows and see these dogs versus just looking at them online?
It's very important. Very important. Like what I said at the beginning. Like I started with Babe Jr. Gotta see him. Babe, gotta see him. And I show you footage when I got there with my mother, myself. They getting them out. Like, brother, this amazing, brother. Amazing. Like, you gotta see them in person. You have to. Condone business, go to the dog show, especially if you like the dogs, you want to get into the dog shows, you gotta go to dog shows, see these dogs, man. There's a lot of people with great dogs. Like one of my good friends, always at every show I go is Jet Bullies, John Bridges. Yo, he's staying the dog shows. You want to see Moscow, he's always there, always available. However you want to touch him, grab him. Hey, East Coast got that power. We got them power dogs. You come to our dog shows, you're going to see our dogs. Trench Baby, king out here. You see this dog in person, you can hate all you want. You see Trench Baby in person, you're going to eat your words. I'm telling you. And it's just all about coming out. You got to come out. You got to be able to communicate with people. You know what I'm saying? We got a good community up here. Thanks to me and my guys, like we always stay together when it comes to the bully game, and we coming in the future. We coming with something good.
That's why I'm excited to see this show. It's something at this level here on the East Coast where everyone can come out and see. I mean, you're literally right in the middle of everything out here. So Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. It ain't too far for the whole entire East Coast.
For you Maine and Vermont people, y'all could come down too.
Yeah, right. It's possible you do it in a day and show out, and I think you're gonna see more than you expect. You're gonna see dogs that you get to put your hands on and maybe even add to your programs.
And change your life.
And I think this is gonna be big.
Yo, Heck, how do you balance being a breeder and throwing a show? Because you said you cut hair, you got your girl, you breeding dogs. Now you throwing a show. How you balancing all of that?
Everything is about unity, brother. Like we stay united. Like I get up in the morning, my girl's already got the crib clean. So once I see that, that's the motivation for me to get up, get this money, get these breedings,
For real.
get this, and that. And then in the middle of that, 1-2 haircuts come. You know, I charge $100 a haircut. So, you know, there's sometimes I'm on a Monday.
Hold on.
doing 6, 7
Whoa. You said that like that's normal.
He didn't stutter.
Homie must have beat like he was on stage at a URL rap battle. I charge $100 for a cut.
I've been cutting for 32 years, brother. 32
I
years
like
cutting.
it. Yo, I'm in the wrong profession.
Yeah, man. And, you know, like, just stay focused on my lane, you know. Once one of my girls start bleeding, I gotta start putting the haircuts away. Like, yo, brother, listen, in 4 days I gotta do PG. So 2-3 days after that, I might have to run. You know? And I take the trips. I get my wife in the car, I get the dogs in the car, and I go Florida, wherever, Texas. We go get these breedings. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about staying locked in what you do.
Staying focused.
Focus. That's main key. Especially you got a partner that's there with you that will tell you straight up, like, are you crazy, brother? We're not going over there. Nah. You know what I mean? Straight up.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And then you take 2 seconds to think about it and okay, you're right. You know what I'm saying? Let's stay focused, locked in, and then wake up the next morning and do the thing. You know what I mean? And then with the dog shows, it's just something that you gotta dream that dog show a year ahead. You know what I mean? And then it's gonna take you 2-3 months to put it in your vision. And then it's gonna take you another 2 months to get the pieces together.
Yeah.
And then after that, like, it's easy already by the time the dog show is here, because I already put the pieces together a year ago. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about staying focused and just putting the pieces and just keep focused. Do this dog show, I do this, I do that. Do a breeding, do 2 breedings. I collect over here, collect over here. Yo, I need a cut. All right, I'll be right there. Give me a second. You know, you're just always on the move.
Do you think there's enough unity in the bully world right now?
Nah.
And I want to keep it to the East Coast. Let's stick it. We're not talking about the bully world in the whole thing, but just on the East Coast.
In the East Coast, well, right now I'm working really hard on unity with me, my brothers, and you know, people that I see on a show basis. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see it all the time. Like, right now we go to this dog show. These 2 boys are not boys in the second dog show that I seen them.
They was friends before, not friends no more.
You know what I'm saying? And then we go through 3 dog shows after that, and they buddies again. Like, I'm not the type of person that I'm gonna fight with my boy one time, fix it. We're gonna fight 3 more times and fix it 3 more times. No, brother. We give it a chance one time. If we don't, then we just far friends. That's it. But I don't want beef. I don't want no hatred. I don't hate on your dog. I don't hate on nothing you do. Just, you know, just keep doing your thing. I'm going to keep doing my thing. And, you know, we far friends. That's it. But the unity, we need more unity. We need people to start breeding to your boys' dogs. Like, you know what? We need that. We need that. Because you putting money in somebody else's pocket when your boy got his kids. Right. Yeah. Because you can put $500 on your boy or give him a pup back. You know, your boys always got deals for you.
You see other communities across the nation, like, you know, definitely West Coast, down south, Florida, Texas, that they work a little better together. I say that they work.
And I love them.
They work a little better together. I think it's really tough in the East Coast, not just to throw a show, but even to as a kennel or a group of people to even, you know, collab and do things that other places are doing. And I think that's just the nature of the East Coast. So, you know, again, big shout outs to you for even, you know, attempting and being successful at this, you know, bringing the East Coast together. And hopefully we can get more community involved. I think we're going to do our part as far as in the stew, bringing people, you know, focusing on the East Coast a little more.
That's it. And I'm going to do my part, making sure you guys get this good duck shows.
So yeah, head out to the shows and highlight some of the people and the breeders that are out here really doing things, right? So that we can build that community amongst ourselves. So it is lacking a little bit for sure.
And a lot of people be taking this as competitions. Like my boy, shout out to Fully Functional. He called me 2 months before his dog show and was like, yo, heck, if it's cool if I do this day. And I'm like, as long as you take 2-3 weeks, I don't think it will bother me or you. You know what I'm saying? We need more people like that. Let's talk to each other. Call each other, brother. Let's talk. Let's make this agreement. Let's get this money together. I told him yes, and you know what he did? You know how he paid me back? You want to be the judge of my phone show? Wow. Because your dog show is 3 weeks after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just by me being generous, me being a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
Yeah, brother, just, 2-3 weeks ahead, he's cool. He reward me back. You know what I mean? And that's God, bro. Unity. He didn't have to hate on my dog show. And just so he could have it in his head, like, damn, I don't want to fuck Hector dog show. Yo, Heck, you want to judge my shit? That's just me thinking as a human. You know what I mean? He wasn't probably like that. That's just me saying. But that's just how he rewarded me. You know what I mean? Gave me the clout. I gave him the clout. We all good, baby. You know what I'm saying? We need more people like that. We need people united. We need people, hey, if you want to do this dog show, set up your date. in advance, 6-7 months in advance. Once you put your date, ain't nobody can do nothing about it. It's nobody's month. Hey, we got 365 days a year. Everybody got those too. Pick one.
Do you think, do you think dog shows should teach people about the dogs when they go to these dog shows? Should they be learning there, or should it just be them just showing their dogs?
I think us as show hosts, I think we got to do a better job putting that in people's eyes before the dog show gets there. You know what I'm saying? Like the other day, I just gave 2 free booths. I want to see people working. Work your dogs. Whoever works the best, let the audience pick who won.
Oh, so you saying that you was on a live and whoever worked their dogs the best got a free booth?
Got a free booth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they know how to work that because they go to dog shows, see people working. You got to work your dog. You know?
Yeah, that's a fact. You definitely got to work your dog.
You have to work your dog.
I like to tell people that, before the show starts, the judges are there.
Oh, yeah.
The judges are standing in the ring, walking around. A lot of these judges will be willing to have you come in the show, and you can ask them questions about what style your dog is. You could probably get your dog with measured to the withers. You could probably ask them about gaiting, ask them about any type of things that you got concerns with your dog's structure or whatever may have you. But I don't think a lot of people take advantage of that time.
And the judges don't take the time either to express themselves. Like me, I help everybody. I take time to speak to everybody. Once I'm in the ring, I'm focused on what I have to do. But I get on the ring, focus on that, knowing that I spread my knowledge to the people that's going in the ring.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It makes me feel better as a human being. Because I told you something 10 minutes ago. Now I see it in front of me. Yeah. Wow. Holy shit. He really took it.
Yeah.
And he really won.
Listened, yeah.
You know? Like nowadays, now John Williams is coming. If people think that John Williams is going to pick the dog that's moving in front of him just because he's a nice dog, you're wrong, buddy. You got to work your dog. Now I'm bringing a dog person now. They criticizing us for what I learned in different multiple dog shows outside of the East Coast. So I learned. I sit down with Pope. I sit down with Andre. I sit down with Rebecca. I sit down with a few other breeders, and they are judges of registries, and they started like me.
Well, we all have to start somewhere.
All you have to do is just sit down, shut up, and listen. Listen. I did that. Yeah. So
that's a hard quality nowadays.
I pass it. I pass the knowledge so everybody could keep going.
Mm-hmm. All right, Heck. So what advice do you have for new breeders?
For new breeders, my best advice is just lock in on what you want. Don't get confused. A lot of people are going to try to confuse you. Just stay in your lane and just work. Just work. Invest your money wisely. That's one of the best advice I got for new breeders.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Go see them dogs, man.
Yeah, see them in person.
Yeah, you got to see them in person. Definitely.
Put your hands on them.
Yeah, and Heck, before we get into the last few questions and before we start to close out, do you think there's any value to people going and doing business with people in person versus doing it over the internet? Like, how do you feel when people come and do business with you in person versus everything happening over the internet?
Me, I'm old school. I like that. Look in the eye. You know what I mean? You look a person in the eye, you talk for a few minutes, and you already know what kind of vibe it brings.
Yeah. So
that's a plus. You have to see them in person. You have to communicate in person. That's, to me, first impression is key. I would like for people to come and just take a look at my dog. Go ahead, you want to walk around? They cool. They don't bite. They good. You know what I mean? Touch them, feel them. You know what I mean? I think that's major. A lot of people, I'm going to bring one for an example. And I try to breed to the Jersey boys, the Drama, and
the twins. They call them the twins?
Yeah. Drama and Two-Face, something like that.
Yeah.
And I caught them. And, no bad rep to nobody, but it's the truth. I called them like, yo, I'm the type of person that I like to see the dogs in person, give you the money, you know what I mean? Or whatever, but I like to see the dog, you know? If I'm giving you $5,000, I'd like to see the dog. Oh, nah, we don't do that. Bloop, hung up on me.
Hold on, what? You can't see the dog at all?
I can't see the dog at all. They don't do that. They don't have people going to where they at. And that's...
No FaceTime?
No FaceTime, no nothing. He didn't even want the money cash. None of that. Like, I'm like, what? And hung up on me. And
yeah, that's different.
I haven't seen him ever since. I think he unfriended me and everything. Like, I don't, you know. But those are shit that I went through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I went through that. I'm not going to say that he did it to everybody else. I went through it. And I called Ivan. Yo, bro, whatever you need. If you don't got the money, pay me later. Wow. I got you. Come through, whatever you need. And I'm like, all right, bet. So I stood with the bait.
6 times bait.
6 times bait.
6 times bait.
Double up on the double up. Yes, sir.
5 years later.
But that's good advice for the new breeders. Definitely try to get out there and put your hands on the dogs and touch them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's major. That's major.
And for real, in person, you get a vibe pretty quickly, you know, off that person. I know when I open up my boy for stud, people call or people message on the IG. I'm like, what's your number? I want to talk to you. I want to hear what you're saying and how you saying it. You know what I mean? That's important because you get lost in it. And then, you know, you can get played easily this way. You know?
But I also, sorry to cut you off. I also, you know, I also understood where he came from a little bit. You know, I want people around my crib and all that. Like, I understand. We don't have to meet in your crib. You don't have to come to my crib. We can meet in the park. We can meet at the pet shop. We can meet each other anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Just don't get blindsided by people declining you. Just keep going, brothers. Keep going. You heard? Get that person on the phone. Get them in person. You have to see these dogs.
Once the jungle goes down, heck, what's next? What's next after
the
Rumble on the East?
I'm not gonna break too much. But this summer we got another fun show in Springfield, Mass. My brother Ado Capone's birthday bully bash. We're gonna do that. Then after that, I've been speaking to Mass Mutual. They're talking about sponsoring me to do a puppy bowl.
Oh, the puppy bowl.
Cool.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I gotta try to work on that.
Make that happen.
Yeah, I gotta try to have at least 1 or 2 registries. I already got my man Kev Green. I know I count with you, brother. I've been talking to the trophy plug, T. Marie.
Okay.
Sinclair. I'm trying to have him up here next with the Wave Maker.
Oh, and Mike Diego. Shout out to Mike Diego.
Shout out to Mike
You
Diego.
see what I got on? They was just talking about the jersey, man.
Shout out to your daughter, Mike. Your daughter did our flyer, Mike.
Oh, word?
You already know. Yes, sir.
Oh, shout out to Mike Diego with the wave. Daughter did the flyer?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So you already know. We already eating without, you know what I mean? We eating with each other without realizing it. You know what I mean?
That's what's up. Yeah, so if you're not ready for Rumble on the East Coast, then I don't know. After hearing today, after hearing from Heck, seeing the type of person he is, see what he's been through, got going on, and the steps that he took to get to this spot, yeah, East Coast, you got to come out support for sure. You have to. This is going to be big. It's going to be major. AGBtv is going to be in the building. We're going to have the cameras running. We're going to show your dogs in the best way possible. Put it out here on the YouTube platform for you. Hey, be there, be square. It's May 31st, Mass Mutual Center, Rumble on the East Coast. Thanks, Heck, for being here.
You're welcome, my brother. Thank you for having me, brother.
Appreciate it.
If you haven't liked or subscribed yet, what are you doing? Hit the like.
Hit the like,
subscribe
baby.
button,
Subscribe,
man.
baby. Let's
Leave a
get it.
comment.
Hey, AGBtv.
Tap in.
In the studio.